Welcome back all true believers to Covenant Canon. Today I'm going to be starting off a new series on Covenant characters from the entire Halo universe, from most memorable to minor characters. I'm going to be starting off with the Imperial Admiral that led the Sangheili during the beginning of the Great Schism, Xytan Jar Wattinree. Let's get started. This is Covenant Canon. Xytan Jar Wattinree was a Sangheili Imperial Admiral who commanded the combined fleet of righteous purpose. He led the Sangheili forces during the early stages of the Great Schism. A living legend among the Sangheili, it is said that he'd never been defeated in battle, that he never failed at any task, no matter what the challenge, and that he was never wrong. He came to be so revered that even the Sangheili hierarchs came to fear him. They exiled him to lead the combined fleet of righteous purpose, which guarded the outer fringes of the Covenant Empire. This act of betrayal clearly embittered him against the Covenant, even while he remained part of it. However, at the outbreak of the Great Schism, Wattinree was among the first Sangheili leaders to rally his people against the treacherous Jirohane, who had supplanted the Sangheili as the Prophet's protectors. Wattinree and several other high-ranking Sangheili commanders met at the colony planet Joy's Exaltation, where they planned to ambush and destroy Jirohane pack leaders, putting an end to the Great Schism. Aboard his flagship, the Sublime Transcendence, Wattinree announced the secession of the Sangheili from the main body of the Covenant Empire. In addition, Wattinree announced the Prophet's betrayal to all Sangheili vessels across the galaxy. However, at the urging of Shipmaster Voro Mantiquerie, the Imperial Admiral recognized that destroying the parasite was a more pressing matter than the Jirohane. Wattinree promoted Voro to Fleet Master at the Second Fleet of Homogeneous Clarity and renaming him Voro Nar Mantiquerie. While this promotion was made in good faith, Wattinree actually intended to rid himself of his greatest rival. Wattinree's plans came to an end, however, when a Nova bomb aboard his flagship, Sublime Transcendence, was accidentally detonated by Nongoy Kawasas and a group of Huragok, obliterating his supercarrier, the Sangheili fleet, and raising Joy's Exaltation's surface. Following the Imperial Admiral's death and the end of the Human Covenant War, Sangheili shipmasters serving within Julian Dama's Covenant and the Arbiter Swords of Sanghelios would continue to study battle recordings of his tactics. While Xytan was not present at the fall of Reach itself, it was theorized that his brilliance combined with the audacity of Supreme Commander Thal Vadami would have made a more devastating combination during the battle. Amongst the soldiers of the Covenant, particularly the Sangheili, Xytan Jar Wattinree was a living legend. The fact that he was so revered that he was sentenced to exile was said to be his only flaw. This act of betrayal clearly embittered him against the Covenant, even while he remained part of it. This, along with his superb leadership, explains why he was so prepared to take action against his former Shanshu masters when the schism broke out, compared to a majority of Sangheili leaders who were too stunned by the betrayal of the prophets. Xytan was confident, powerful, and extremely charismatic, though he was also suspicious. When he was contradicted by Voro Mantiquerie, instead of executing him, he instead promoted him to Fleet Master and assigned him to protecting the Forerunner artifacts on Onyx from the human forces. Wattinree thus prevented his greatest rival from undermining his authority, whilst inspiring zeal from his followers, maintaining his air of wise leadership. Xytan Jar Wattinree was far larger than most Sangheili, around 11.5 feet tall. His great stature added to his perception as a mighty warrior. As benefit to his rank, Wattinree wore silver armor covered with golden Forerunner glyphs. Well guys, I believe that's it for today. Before I go, I have a slight announcement to make. Next week I'll be starting my final semester of college, so chances are that uploading videos will take longer than usual. Sorry guys. Until next time guys, May Oros' everlasting light shine upon you all. Victory to clan and kin, fellow Covenant fans. Nakai out.
You ever serve on a space-time ship all out in space? I was on one for years, but can't ever remember the name. I mean, how come we got such complicating ship time names? Every time you make intel in a battle, the ship's probably blowed up before you finish, like, "Sir, they're firing missiles, choo-choo, at the CSS Pinnacle of Shadowy Gumption, and up, too late, it's exploded. Don't worry, here comes the unyielding double caduceus, and oh man, never mind. Gotta give ships littler names like Murd or Flip or Bob. That's way safer.